They called me the voice of an angel, but even angels bleed behind the spotlight. I was Whitney Houston, born August 9th, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey. My mother, Sissy, trained me in gospel before the world ever knew my name. I sang in church before I learned how cruel fame could be. When Clive Davis first heard me at 19, he said my voice could change the world. And for a while, it did. But behind every note I sang, there was noise I couldn't silence. The pressure to be perfect, the rumors, the loneliness. Everyone loved Whitney, but no one knew Nippy, the girl who laughed too loud, cried too hard, and trusted the wrong people. Then I met Bobby, the man who made me feel seen for the first time, and broken soon after. We were fire and gasoline, passion and destruction rolled into one. The tabloids said I ruined him, but truth was, we ruined each other. In the studio I was a queen, on stage a legend. But off stage, I was drowning quietly, smiling through the pain, praying someone would notice before it was. Fame is a cage that shines. You think you're free because everyone's watching, but you're trapped because they never stop. By the 1990s, I had Grammys, platinum records, world tours, but I couldn't recognize myself in the mirror anymore. The girl who sang Greatest Love of All had lost the one thing she needed most, love for herself. I remember nights in the Beverly Hills mansion, lights off, music low, praying for peace that never came. People blamed Bobby, but the truth was, I was already cracked long before he arrived. The industry chewed up innocence and fed it back as gossip. They wanted perfection, and I gave it to them until I forgot what real felt like. Drugs weren't the start of my fall. They were the symptom of a wound no one saw. I was tired of performing happiness, tired of holding the world's expectations on my lungs. My voice could move mountains, but it couldn't save me from the avalanche that fame had become. They say every star burns brightest before it fades, and I felt that truth in every song I sang. Every spotlight felt heavier, every cheer more distant. When I walked onto that stage at the 2009 AMA rehearsal, I heard the whispers. She's not the same. And they were right. My voice trembled where it once soared, but my heart still remembered what it meant to love music, to lose myself in it, to feel alive again. Bobby Christina was my anchor, my reason to keep breathing. Her laughter reminded me of who I used to be before the fame, before the chaos that followed me like a shadow. But the past doesn't fade, it lingers. Calling your name in the quiet moment, I tried to rise again. I wanted the world to see that I still had something left, that the fire hadn't gone out. But every headline, every camera flash, every forced smile reminded me of who they thought I was. Not who I wanted to be. I longed for redemption, but the world only craved my downfall. So I gave it to them, piece by piece, quietly, until the silence. They found me in Suite 434 at the Beverly Hilton. Hours before the Grammys, water still running, music still echoing. The world called it an accident, but maybe it was exhaustion, maybe surrender, maybe both. The cameras flashed, the tributes poured in, and suddenly, everyone remembered they loved Whitney again. But I'd already left the stage. Somewhere beyond the noise, I found peace. My story wasn't just about fame, or love, or pain. It was about how easily the brightest lights blind us to the truth. The truth that no voice, no beauty, no success can heal what's bleeding inside. To anyone chasing perfection, hear me. Fame doesn't fix you, it magnifies you. And if you're listening to this, remember, behind every perfect note you hear, there's a heartbeat fighting.